Welcome back to our viewers at CEO.CA. My name is Amrit Gill, and we are at PDAC in Toronto, the world's premier mineral exploration and mining convention. Joining me now is Warren Stanier, President, CEO, and Director of Nevada Sunrise Metals. Welcome.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
How has the convention been so far for you?
It's been a whirlwind. There's been a lot going on, a lot of interviews, people interested in what we're doing, meeting shareholders.
Tell us about the company and the vision behind it.
Well, the vision behind it started out as a gold company. There was a gentleman that the former president had assembled gold properties when nobody wanted them, say around 2000. So it went public in 2008. There was some success with the Kinsley Mountain Gold Project, 2011, 2012, Pilot Gold, now Liberty Gold, had the property, earned 80%, so we managed to keep 20%. But in 2015, there was a downturn in gold. All of a sudden, gold was $1,100 an ounce, and that makes it tough to raise money. So what do? You look around. I was writing a check for something in Nevada, and I thought, well, what else is there in Nevada? And I remembered this ad that I had seen in the Northern Miner, and it said lithium properties in Nevada. So I called the guy, because I knew that people were raising money for lithium. I didn't know why or how. I didn't know much about it at the time, but I learned. And so we started getting properties in the Clayton Valley, and we had some success drilling for brines. We weren't drilling for clay in those days, just brine, and we found some. So by 2017, though, things started cooling off. 2018, all of a sudden, lithium wasn't quite in vogue again. But now it is. And so we managed to keep certain properties and keep permits alive. And so last year we went out and drilled, and bingo, we hit a deposit. We don't have a resource for it yet, a resource estimate, but it's certainly bigger than just an occurrence of lithium.
Well, Nevada Sunrise Metals has had a strong year. Why do you think your story has stood out to investors?
It's the lithium. I mean, lithium is what everybody wants. All the car companies are finally getting on board. I mean, a few years ago, it was just Tesla. And you wondered, well, when's Ford going to do something? When's Volkswagen going? Well, they're all doing it now. We had a guy from Volkswagen walking around here talking to lithium companies. So, I mean, there's billions of dollars being invested in lithium. So we're a part of that, and we're proud to be, because it's something that we know.
Could you further elaborate on your exploration programs and some of the results surrounding them?
Well, I think I've got a few memorized. So when we started a year ago drilling, we were at 5.5 cents, and there was kind of this ho-hum from the marketplace. Well, we'll see what these guys can do. Well, we started putting results out in April and May, and you're getting results of, say, 1,000 parts per million lithium over hundreds of feet, and our stock took off and made everyone very excited. Then you have the naysayers, like Goldman Sachs, who will put out reports saying that lithium prices are going to go down. Meanwhile, it's counter to what Citibank or others say. But I don't know what their game is, but they do tend to dampen the market at times, and they've done it again. But regardless, we're drilling into a very large sedimentary deposit, a basin, that we're getting 1,000 feet of over 1,000 ppm lithium. So, there's something big there. We just don't know how big it is.
So just on that note, what are some of the other benefits of working in Nevada?
Nevada has roads almost everywhere. There's all kinds of mining activity that's been going on since really the 1860s, I guess, going back to the Comstock lode. I like the fact that you can work there year round. We had a little bit of snow, but it goes away fairly quickly, and yippee-ki-yo-ki-yay, you can drill, you can walk around, you can do prospecting and look at things. And here in Canada, you have to wait several months at times before you can do that.
What are some of your top priorities for the Gemini Lithium Project?
The biggest one is creating a resource estimate. That's what we really need. We're on our 5th hole right now. We're getting engineers involved now to look at our deposit, because it's a very large area. Some of the holes are a mile apart, or 3/4 of a mile, or a half a mile. We're trying to draw a polygon in the desert, and inside of that, hopefully we can come up with a reserve or resource calculation, pardon me. So that's the goal. And then figuring out what's the feasibility of this deposit. So I've been meeting with engineers here and telling them our story and how would you mine this? You know, you have to have some idea about it because we don't necessarily want a big hole in the desert, a big, large open pit. I know there's people doing that. I think there will be opposition to that. And I think that some of the companies that we're talking to, some of the big companies that want lithium, they want an environmentally friendly, small footprint operation. So that's what we're aiming for. Even though we have a large area, we don't want a big hole in the desert.
And what is the company's current cash position, and do you have any upcoming financing plans?
We do have plans because we always need money, and these holes are expensive. So we're down to $1 million right now, so we could use a couple more.
Yeah. And what are some of the catalysts for the business?
Well, the catalysts are, government support is a big one. The US government, the Canadian government, they're all supporting lithium. Big industry supporting lithium exploration. So these are the things that are driving what we're doing, gets investors' attention. And I think that younger people now are looking at mining in a different way, partly because of their interest in electrification. I mean, fossil fuels are being phased out to a certain degree. I don't think all of it, forever, but it looks like fossil fuels will be down by 2050. We'll be using 40% less than we did, say, 30 years before, or something like it, 40 years before. So all of this is going to a certain goal of electrification, batteries, and here we are looking for deposits for the future, really.
Well, keeping that trend in mind, how as a leader do you pivot or shift or adjust to accommodate to the marketplace appeal?
I think we're always pretty quick on our feet. I mean, the reason we got into lithium in the first place was because gold was suddenly really, really soft, a soft market. So being in Nevada, there's other things going on as well. We have a copper project that we really haven't had time to exploit. So as far as pivoting, I mean, I want to stick with lithium as long as people want to give us money to go look for it and to outline this deposit, the Gemini deposit.
Is there anything else that you'd like to share with our community at CEO.CA?
Just that we've embarked on a journey here. We drilled in an area where no one had ever drilled for lithium in this manner. We've also found brines as well. So that's another way to mine in a small footprint. But since we're the first, every hole is a new discovery, let's call it that. We don't know what we're going to find. But we're seeing grades of up to 4,000 parts per million lithium in the clay. We're seeing grades of up to 500 milligrams per liter in the water that's coming out of these holes. So there's a long way to go here. This is a journey, and I hope that people will join us.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Warren. Really appreciate it today.
My pleasure. Thank you, Amrik.